I was at my friend's house for a party, and there was a guy there who was like a friend of a friend, and we really hit it off. Like, I had so much fun getting to know this guy and just like talking, and I like really felt like I could date this guy. And a lot of my friends came up and were like, he's really, like, it seems like he's really into you. So this week I was doing some light Instagram stalking, as one should, and he has like several photographs with women in smaller bodies, and the places that my mind went instantly were just awful. And I hate that they were my first reactions. Again, these were over a course, like these photos were over the course of like 10 years. And I instantly just felt like I wasn't attractive enough or desirable enough in my body for someone to want me. And I hate that that was my first reaction, was due to my size and my plus size body that I love. I questioned my desirability for this man. And I hate the fact that I was like, oh, I wonder if he'd be willing to date a bigger girl. No, like, I hate that idea of being willing to date. Like, no. And the fact that like I would even question my worth and what I would bring into a relationship just because of 3 photographs over the course of 10 years. But like, that's what fat phobia does to someone. Like, these are the feelings that I have, like real feelings I have based off of years and years of conditioning of being told that I'm not good enough, that me and my body is not good enough. And it's awful. I'm so glad that I like recognized it and I can have that ability to like reset the mind. But the fact that I even went there is devastating. Really, really sucks.
Is exclude an entire group of marginalized people. That's problematic. Okay, that's not nice. That's not a preference. If you lump all fat people in one group together as though they are not very different individuals, that's fat phobic. Just like lumping all black people in one group and saying, I don't like black people is racist. And lumping all disabled people in one group and saying, I don't think people in wheelchairs are hot is ableist. Do you understand what I...
Hi, I'm a fatty here. I'm about 240 pounds and 5'3", so I'm classified as an obese gal. First of all, comparing being fat to being a person of color or disabled, like, well, every fat person has a reason for being the way they are. Like, we weren't, like, just born into that. And also, fat is a preference. I don't really date heavy guys. I've always dated skinny guys. I'm not fat phobic. And ultimately, if someone is not into a fat person like myself, then I don't want them. Why try and convince someone to like
preference is something like, I'm looking for a partner who likes kayak.
I'm a fat girl. Oh, I am a fat girl. And my preference would never include someone like you. He's so you're such an obnoxious cunt. Honestly, guys, read that. What a patronizing piece of fucking shit. I tell you what, lads, if you like me for my personality, amazing. If my body size does not do it for you, fair enough. I don't blame you. You need to be sexually attracted to somebody to make a relationship work. Do not listen to fucking cockwombles like that who are telling you that you are a bad person because you don't find fat attractive. No, you are entitled to like who you want, how you want, when you want. Be free.
I'm about to have a first date, and it's like a guy that I met online. I'm just gonna talk about something really fast just because I was talking to a skinny friend of mine, and I don't think it's ever happened to her. Whenever I go on like a first date with somebody I've met online, I am so nervous, and I try so hard. I'll post at some point like what my photos are on my online profiles because I try so hard to make sure that they know I'm fat. I don't want it to be a question. I don't want it to be a surprise. I try really hard for them to know. I was talking to a friend about this, and she was like, oh my God, has somebody ever like said that? And like, I can think of a solid 2 to 3 times that someone has like gone and like showed up on the date and they say something along the lines of, wow, it's like, you look different than I thought you would. Or one guy that I slept with slept with, and then messaged me afterwards and said, you know what, I think that you just look different than I thought in person. After we slept together. So anyway, every time I'm about to go for a date, I am terrified. So, can you tell that I'm fat? Can you? Because I'm trying really hard to not freak out about the fact that, like, he could show up and be disappointed about what I look like. I know it's said all the time, especially on this app, I guess it depends who you're following, but like dating as a fat woman is incredibly stressful, and it's also just difficult and hurtful 99% of the time. Anyway, we'll see how this goes.